everybody, my name is Nicola and welcome back to my channel. This is the Frugal Cottage where we talk all things money to help you on your financial journey. Today's video is my update for my FreeTrade experimental portfolio. Don't forget to like and subscribe and let's get started. So, I'm not going to lie, it's been a bit of a kind of a disastrous week in terms of how my experimental portfolio looks. It's been a very rocky week for the stock market and lots of tech stocks have gone down, and you'll see in a second that it has had, I suppose, quite a significant impact on my portfolio in the short term. Now before I get started, I use FreeTrade for my portfolio updates and for my experimental portfolio. And if you've not tried the app before, I will leave a link below to the app itself, a referral link that gets you a free trade worth up to £200 if you join via that referral link. If you've not opened a FreeTrade account before, I would recommend them, and if you go through there it will get you started on your investment journey. But yes, it has been an interesting week, and I'll show kind of, if you've watched my last experimental portfolio update, you'll just see just how different it is this time. Those of you new here, this experimental portfolio is basically I put in £10 a week every Friday into this experimental portfolio, and I invest it generally in what I call growth stocks. So our early retirement portfolio is very much dividend income based. This one and my trading 212 experimental portfolio, which I've got an update for coming for that for next week I think, are based on growth stocks and American based stocks, I suppose most of them are as well. So it's something that's obviously more volatile, it's definitely more risky, it goes up and down all the time, as you'll see in a second. So sometimes it can go down quite a lot, but then it will swing and go up quite a lot the next day. It's very, very up and down, much more interchangeable, as in it kind of goes up and down and changes a lot. My experimental portfolio kind of stands, it's more steady, whereas this one definitely isn't. And of course, everything that I talk about here is just my own opinion on personal finance. It is not a recommendation. As always, I always say this, you will need to do your own research. But here we go. So this is my experimental portfolio. Okay, so immediately you can see there with that graph that it has gone down quite significantly in the last 7 days. So it currently stands at the time of recording, £623.70. It was almost at £700. So you can see there just how much it dropped. And now I guess part of me would want to panic at that stage and think, nope, I don't want to lose all this money, let's get out. But actually that is so the wrong mindset to have when investing. What you need to do, and I talk about investing being 10, 20, 30 years, you just need to sit out, unless you genuinely think that the company or companies you're invested on are no longer kind of viable companies, or they've changed their kind of outlook so much that you think actually it's probably best to not be investing in them any longer. The things that you have in your investment portfolio should be left alone, i.e. you only sell them in, I guess, exceptional circumstances. For me, the only reason that I would sell them is A, if they went up like massively so, and the profit, the capital gains on that investment was so big that I would take some of that back out and reinvest it elsewhere. Or when it gets to the time when I'm thinking about drawing down on my investments, then yes, then there will be sell-offs happening at that point. But until that point, it is going to stay as it is. So £623.73, yeah, it's nowhere near as much as it. And if I look on the 1 month thing, you can see just the up and then the down that's happened this kind of past week or so. But we're continuing to buy and hold. That's the plan, that's always going to be the plan for this one. So if I scroll down, now there's lots of red in this portfolio, which again I guess isn't great, but overall the overall trend in 10 years time should be that it goes up, and that's the kind of timeline that I'm looking at. So if I scroll down, so you can see if I scroll down all of it, look at all that red, there's a couple more there. Oh boy, that doesn't look good, does it? Well, we'll start off, we'll go into Apple to begin with. So Apple, so again, in a month it's gone down $7, not too worrying to be fair. So I own 1.3 shares in Apple and currently it's down 3.09%. So it's not down by a lot, but obviously it's still in the red, so to speak, from where I bought it. And the last time I bought it was actually the 29th of April, so again, fairly recently, and I finally own more than one share in that. So that's good. I'm quite happy with that. She says filming this on an iPhone. I'm a massive fan of Apple and their products, so I'm comfortable investing in them as a company and will continue to do so. The second one is this 3M. Is this the only one in my portfolio that's green? Yes, it is. This is the only holding at the moment where I have that's going up. So in the last, oh look at that, in the last 30 days it's gone up to $6.66, and I have 0.8 of a share there, and I'm up so far, I'm up plus 3.55% or £4, and I actually bought some of those last Friday. I haven't done my £10 this week yet, I'll do that later on, but this company kind of has like lots of different things in it, and you feel like a company that has so many different products surely can't possibly fail at that point. It also pays out a dividend. Not that I've invested in this for the dividend income. Like I said, this experimental portfolio is not focused on building dividend income. That's like an additional bonus, if you like. I feel like this company should grow quite steadily, and also the dividend, small bonus in that matter. So I own 0.8 shares, so nearly at 1 share in those, which is good. The next one in my portfolio is Amazon. Whoa, do you know what? This swings so much. So look, in the past 30 days, it's gone down $171. It does go kind of up and down quite a lot, but again, if you look at the year trend, it's gone up massively. So again, we're looking at different timelines. Yes, in the 1 day, 7 day, whatever, it might seem like it's gone down loads, but over time, the overall trend should be upwards. I only own 0.04 of a share in Amazon. That's because they're so expensive to buy. I bought some of these last week. So I only own those. I bought some last week. So 6th of May I bought some, and then not until the last time before, that was March. So I have not bought as many of those. It does swing up and down quite a lot. But again, these are all massive companies. So, and one Amazon share is over £2,000 per share. So I guess in the grand scheme of things, again, a company that we use fairly regularly. I try not to buy as much on Amazon as maybe other people. I do like to try and buy things from independent sellers, but sometimes, especially if something that you've forgotten, Amazon is the easiest option. So it's kind of thinking about that. Next one, now I don't know whether to sell my holding in Tesla. I'm not going to lie. I don't have that much, 0.2 of a share, and currently it's down 8.46%. I feel like he has quite a hold on the stock market, almost too much of an influence sometimes, and especially with the cryptocurrency thing as well. I feel like maybe, I don't know, I just don't like how he has control of that somehow. So if he mentions something on Twitter, like things happen dramatically to this, both to this and other stocks, I don't know. So the last time I bought it was the end of April, and yes, it's gone down significantly. Does that mean that I should put more in? I don't know. I'm kind of in two minds of this. I'm reading, I've done quite a bit of research into Tesla recently, so I've been reading on online forums and following different things. There are quite a few people who are kind of questioning the same, and whether that is, of course, over the past year it's had a massive dramatic rise. Is it the best thing to have in your portfolio? I don't know, and I feel the same. So it kind of sits there for now, and we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I only own 0.2% of a share. So it's not like I own a lot anyway, but I'm in two minds about that at the moment. The next one is Fiverr. Oh, so Fiverr was doing so well for me, and I again really like their business model. I think their website's good. I've said this before, that I have on my to-do list to create my own Fiverr profile and get some freelance stuff going. Again, not going around to it. But in the last 30 days they've gone down $63. So that's quite that's quite a big drop really. I own 0.69 of a share of those, but look, it's down 21.5% on my investment, which equals £21. That's quite a big drop. At one point this was my biggest kind of plus. It was uploads, and it kind of seemingly went up and up and up. So if you look at if you look at the year, can you see? So it was going up massively, and then it's just that kind of dip. That's the stock market, I suppose. So again, I'm just going to hold that. I don't know if I'll put particularly more in there at this point. I don't know. Or maybe I should, because they're on a dip. I don't know. But that's the next one. Netflix was the first thing I bought in this portfolio. And again, so over the last 30 days, lots of these in this experimental portfolio have dropped quite significantly. And obviously, now I only have small amounts invested, i.e. most of the time I don't own one whole share. So look, again in Netflix I own 0.18 of a share. But it still is going down, and obviously as an investor that's not what you want to see. So I'm down 10% there, and again bought this, so there I used one of my £10 to buy that in April. Everything just seems a bit more rocky than normal. and we'll see. One I wish I'd not bought, I'm not going to lie, so I bought this next one. Basically I'd seen lots of other people buy it and I thought, oh, maybe I should get in on that, and I did my research, it sounded okay, so in I went. And it's very popular with YouTube investors and things like that, and actually in hindsight I wish I'd not bought it. Look, it's down 42%. I own 2.27 shares, so again I've not invested in it. So look, in February I kind of went a bit overboard and invested quite a bit in there, but you know, again, it's gone down quite a lot in the last month. So when I say I wish I'd not bought it, I'm not going to sell. I'm just going to sit and hold it, but I don't intend to invest any more in that at some point. And I'm hoping that this video shows you that actually sometimes what you think is a good investment, or what looks like a good investment on paper, can go up and down just as much as anything else. And I'm definitely not an expert. This experimental portfolio was always built around money, that £10 a week that I suppose I am willing to lose. And it's not very nice saying that, of course I don't want to lose the money, but that's the risk with investing, I suppose. The last one, so again, Zoom was doing really well, and then it's really not anymore. And I don't, you know, I only own 0.05 of a share, but it's down 41%. I've not bought any of that since October. So again, I've not invested big amounts into some of these things, and they've still gone down. And again, I don't intend to sell that particularly. I'll just sit and hold it and see what happens over the long term. But it could be better, couldn't it? Let's be honest, it could be better. It could be looking more positive. However, overall, I suppose I'm okay with that. I was hoping it would cross the £700 mark during May. Obviously, unless something dramatic happens, that's now not going to be the case, but that is just, I guess that's just life, and that's how the stock market happens. So that is my experimental portfolio with FreeTrade. That's the update for May, and let's, you know, by June hopefully some of these will be more in the green again. And like I said, I'll leave a referral link down below for the FreeTrade app. If you haven't tried it out yet and are kind of thinking about it, use the referral link, you'll get a free share worth up to £200 to start you off. And as a disclaimer, if you use the referral link below, I would also get the same free share as you. So thank you if you use the link. But let me know how your investments are looking. I feel like lots of people have been posting about how their investments are going down. That is the nature of the stock market. But then if you kind of zoom out and look at 15, 20 years, it's the tiniest little blip on the overall upwards trend. And hopefully that's the case here. As always, thank you for watching. Let me know how you're getting on. I love talking to people about their investment journeys in particular. It's one of the reasons why I started the Frugal Cottage, to get people used to talking about investing and showing just how anybody with a bit of spare change every week can get started. And like I say, as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again very soon.